Welcome back to another video. It's Bradford AFC Wimbledon match preview. Let me know your score predictions and thoughts going into the game in the comments down below. Like the video if you do go on to do so, and subscribe if you're new as well. All the support is massively appreciated. Now on the road to 300 subscribers. So I'm going to start off then with the independent fans group. That they've now reached 226 signatures for Stefan Rupp to try and get into contact with him, to try and get some form of response from him or fans forum. So if you're not aware of that, go on to the website for the Bradford City Fans Independent Group or have a look on Twitter, and I'm sure you'll be able to find it somewhere again over on their page. And it's basically trying to get Stefan Rupp to open up to the fans and trying to ask him a few questions and face the music, because it's something they haven't had to do. Even if you're Stefan Rupp in and Ryan Sparks in, do try and become a member and do try and sign that as well, because they're trying to cater for everyone, but also surely you want to know some answers from Stefan Rupp as well. And there's 612 members, they're trying to get to 800, so if you've already done it, try and get, they said they want to try and get 3 people. If you know 3 people, try and get 3 people to sign up, because it'll get them over there. So all support for them is massively appreciated if you're a Bradford City fan and you want the best. And they've done a Discord as well, which is quite fun to have a look at, and it's a good way for the fans to communicate as well. So let's get into a preview. Key players for Wimbledon. They've just sold El Hamadi for, I think it were around 1 million to 2 million to Ipswich, which is, it's a good deal for them. They've got a lot of money and they've already replaced him with Solihull Moor striker Kelly. Today he got 13 goals from and 6 assists. Most big chances missed during the league, but he was a pivotal player, and I'm sure they'll definitely miss his, not only his goal output, but his overall link-up play to help Wimbledon get up the pitch this season. Jake Reeves, obviously former Bantam, 6 assists this season, 1,221 successful passes and an 81% pass accuracy for a team that don't really want to be playing out from the back. They're not reliant on possession, and we'll get onto that in the what can we expect, but he keeps the ball ticking and he keeps it simple, and we know what to expect from him. But from that, we also know if you put pressure on him and you can get pressing at him, and you can make mistakes, because he's not one to put a tackle in, but he's also one who, under pressure, bottles it. James Tilley as well, 7 goals and 4 assists, very good dribbler in those final few areas, very good defensively as well, with the high turnovers, quite similar to Jamie Walker in that way, and he's created 29 chances for Wimbledon this season, so definitely one of their best players, and without El Hamadi probably is their most key player at this moment in time. So let's get into the results then. A 2-0 defeat to Swindon last weekend, a 1-1 draw to Salford. Following that was a 1-1 draw to Colchester and a 4-2 defeat to Crawley, and the beginning of the year we had a 1-0 defeat to Crewe. And then the last 5 league games for Wimbledon: a 2-1 win against Mansfield, a 3-1 defeat to MK Dons, a 2-0 defeat to Wrexham, a 1-1 draw to Forest Green Rovers, and a 5-3 win against Colchester United. So patchy, and they're not on the best run, but a good win in the last match against Mansfield. Our home form is absolutely abysmal, as we all know. 19th in the home form league table with 18 points from 13 games. Not too far away from the top 7 for home form, but also not only a couple of points from the relegation for home form as well. The table don't lie, because Alexander has only picked up one home league win, I must say. Quite a few of the EFL Trophy games have been at home under Alexander, but just the one home league win, which is concerning. And away from home for Wimbledon, they're 5th in the away league table with 21 points from 15 games, so quite a different proposition to what they're coming up against with the home and away league tables. Quick look at the dugout then. Johnny Jackson took over Wimbledon last year, got them to a 21st league table finish, and I haven't been particularly pleased with him at Charlton and last season at Wimbledon, and this season, credit to him, he's doing a great job at Wimbledon, got them playing a way that's effective, I'd say. They're not a team that want to dominate possession, but they're a team that want to counter-attack, want to create chances, and they're well up there for chances created. So, he's done a fantastic job there, developed some good players, and they're up near the top end, so you've got to pay respect to that. But at Charlton, I thought, he was just another Charlton manager that didn't do well, and I maybe wrote him off, and last season just about kept Wimbledon up. I think the I'm not exactly sure if it was 6 or 7 points that they just stayed up by, so it was quite close for them to go down towards the end. But like I said, this season you've got to pay credit against Bradford City. Obviously, as a young manager, he's only managed 3 games against City. No wins though, 2 draws and 1 defeat. The defeat coming against Kieran McDonald back in October, and he's just had 1 game against Graham Alexander as well. So obviously his inexperience not really going for him in that regard. So what can we expect from AFC Wimbledon then coming into this game? I've already sort of briefly touched on the fact that they're happy to suffer possession to us and to other teams. They're 18th for the possession stats are around 47%. That's the 4th least in League 2. I think they'll probably time waste, be a bit physical, and the typical away performance to Valley Parade. I'm sure they'll probably take a point and move on from it like most teams are. 9 clean sheets they've kept this season, 44.6 XG, which is also the 4th highest for XG, which is a very good amount, and 46 big chances missed, which is a big negative really, to say how high they are up on that. It's not really something you want to be high up on, and I've already said El Amadi he's missed 22 big chances, so they do miss a lot of big chances, but they create a lot of them, which is a big positive, and it shows how they want to get the ball in the right areas, and they do cause a lot of trouble for the defences by doing that. But Ref Watch, Ross Joyce is the referee, experienced referee. He refereed us v Wrexham earlier on in October with that 1-1 draw under Kevin McDonald, which was probably the most entertaining game this season for me. We should have had 2 penalties in that game. I think there was a handball, which I thought was a penalty, and I did give him the benefit of doubt with that, but Andy Cook got dragged to the floor and should have had a penalty, and if I remember rightly, I think Stephen Fletcher probably should have had a penalty for them, but I might be wrong with that, but I'm sure there should have been a couple of penalties in that game, so that's a negative. But against Bradford City, he has refereed 19 games, so quite a hefty chunk, with 9 wins coming our way, 3 draws and 7 defeats, so not too much to read from there. No reds, no straight reds when he's refereed City, but 33 yellows, and there was 1 red that was through 2 yellow cards. My starting 11, not changing it apart from Colin Doyle out for Sam Walker. I think Doyle, like I said, I'd be on change after the game to Doncaster, but Doyle out because he didn't fill me much confidence, and Walker, he does need to try and get a bit of consistency, and I think the team needs consistency, so that means it is John Tompkinson in right centre back. Although there's just something that I want to bring up. I do think we're a bit vulnerable and a bit suspect defensively down with the centre of the centre backs. I don't know why. I think normally you look at it and you want pacey centre backs on the wide areas, but for me I'd probably put Tompkinson in the centre just because we're getting caught over the top down the centre quite a lot. But he had a good game. I watched the extended highlights back and I underestimated how good of a game he had against Doncaster, winning a lot in the air, which I didn't see. Matty Platt had a fantastic game against Doncaster, and Kieran Kelly came in and did a good job, so hopefully them 3 can keep forming that partnership because they're integral to our winning run, keeping good clean sheets at the back during that time. Brad Halliday down the right, definite starter, brilliant player, as we all know. Lewis Richards keeps his place at left wing back. I thought again another really good performance from him down that side. I think the problem with Richards is consistency. It's his crossing that can be a problem, and it's also his fitness, and if he can keep fit, he's a fantastic player to have there. But I mean, transfer window's still open whilst we're doing this, but I would have wanted a left wing back to come in as a backup to him and get rid of Rideout, but that would have been dreaming, to be honest with you, of that happening. It were a slim chance of that. Kieran McDonald has to play, was fantastic on Tuesday night. Words can't describe how good of a performance he had. Absolutely controlled that midfield and allowed us to mix our play up as well, taking the ball off the back 3 and creating a few chances for our forward areas and getting the ball into them quickly. Alex Gilliard as well has to remain captain. He led from midfield. Really good ball carrier, and again hopefully he can continue his good run of form that he's having so far last month. Harry Chapman starts on the wing with Jake Young. Again, I thought them 2 were fantastic. Obviously Harry Chapman with a worldie of a free kick, and Jake Young, he was a touch of class on Tuesday. And Andy Cook, he does remain in the team. Unless we bring in a target man, I'm not going to change that. I'm not going to start the lad we brought today. I've already forgot his name. But he's a comedian and he's very good at impressions. So that says a lot about our recruitment. And he used to play for Middlesbrough. But that's my team. Let me know your team in the comments down below. Let me know your score predictions. I'm going to go with an edgy 1-0 City win. I've got a backers, I always do, but it's going to be a tough game. Wimbledon, a very good side. They're no mugs, and we're going to have to scrap for this, but hopefully we can try and kick on, because I'll always say support the club and not the board, and I think that's where a lot of us stand. But hopefully we can get a win, try and build a springboard and a platform to try and attack the league again. If we don't get out, you've got to start looking behind us, because teams are strengthening all around us in this League 2 table. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Like the video if you did, subscribe if you're new. Have a good one.